This is Scott from Classic Motors Workshop. Today we're working on this lovely old lady, this 1950s Wolseley 1500. Today we are going to be setting the tappets, getting her ready for a startup, which hasn't been done in many years. Right, so here I am under the bonnet, and the settings of the rockers is pretty much the same for all A series and B series BMC Leyland MG engines. So what we're going to do is, the first thing is, when we have a rocker that is completely compressing the valve, we then can match the next valve that needs to be done. And there are two very simple ways of doing it. We either do a to 9 count, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we would then do this one. Or split the head in half and we do a mirror image. So that would mean when this one is compressed, we would then do this one, which is floating. And we always do 2 at a time. This one's compressed and that one's compressed. So on our 9 count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 comes to this one. And on our mirror image, again, second one in, second one in. And that's how we do it. This particular car, we are going to set to 13 thousandths of an inch. And so let's start with number 2, which is rocking. And the clearance is way too big, so we need to tighten that down. The first thing we always do is we put a 1/2 inch spanner on the lock nut. We then hold the adjuster and we undo it. So we unnip it, so now we can adjust. It's usually easier to do this with an assistant because 3 hands usually work better than 2 when you are. Okay, there we go. We've got perfect adjustment there. Lovely. Right, now that we've done the first 2, now we need to turn the engine. The very first thing is, it's much easier to turn the engine if the spark plugs are out. Therefore, we've got no compression. And hopefully, we don't have to put a crank handle or a ratchet onto the crank pulley, because it's not very accessible. And because everything is freshly lubed up, we're very lucky, as in it's moving by hand off the fan. So as you can see now, number 7 is lifting and number 6 is dropping, and number 4 is coming up, and not only is 6 going down, but so is 8. So we get those as far down as we can. See, 6 is floating and 8 is now dropped, is down, and 8 is down. So now mirror image, we've got to do number 1 and number 3. and on our 9 counts it'll be the same. Alright, now that we've been over setting the tappets, there's a few more things that we need to do with her, and in a very soon video we're going to have her running. Another update is we are still waiting for parts on the Spitfire carburetors, and that video will also be coming shortly.